In the Holy Bible, we find again that Noah, after the flood, he had 3 sons with him, Sam, Ham, and Japheth. Sam, Ham, and Japheth. And after the flood, they started growing grapes, and from the fruit of the vine, Noah drank too much wine, according to the Holy Bible. And he drank so much that he was lying naked, spread-eagled. So out of his 3 sons, Ham, same spelling as ham, piece of pig. You know, ham, same spelling. Ham, H-A-M, ham. You say for piece of pig, no? Ham. His name was Ham. So Ham, he saw his father's nakedness, and it was a big joke. Now the old man spread out, naked, exposing himself. So he laughed. His father. The other 2 sons were ashamed of the father's condition, so they took a piece of sheet and they walked backwards and they put it over him. The old man knew what was going on, but he was too dead drunk to do anything about it. When he came to his senses, now he had strength enough to blurt out of what they had seen, what was being done. So he starts cursing. He said, "Cursed be Canaan, for the servant of servant thou shalt be unto thy brother." So the white man tells us, we, all the black peoples of the earth, are the children of Ham. He was a mighty stud. He studied us all. The Chinese and the Malaysians and the Indians and all through Ham. We are all the descendants of Ham, one of the sons of Noah. And as such, we are to be the hewers of wood and the drawers of water for the white man. He says he is the children of Sam and Japheth. You, all black people, are the children of Ham. So as such, you must do our dirty work. Carry our shit buckets, clean our streets. This is your job. So this is how they differentiated between the black and the white. You are an accursed people because your great-great-grandfather, the mighty stud, Ham, he studied you all. Fortunately, we didn't buy. The African didn't buy that. And the Indian didn't buy that. And the Malays, they didn't buy that. But once you buy, you finished. In other words, once you accept, you finished. See, in my country, the Aryan invasion took place 5,000 years ago in India. And the Aryans, they came from the Middle East, where modern Iraq is today, call it Mesopotamia of old. There were certain Indo-Germanic tribes and the things were getting too tight for them. So they started spreading out. One tribe came south through the Khyber Pass into India. They were lighter complexion people and they walked into a city, light complexion with the sword and the shield, and the people of India were a docile people, very gentle people. They came from the north and they walked into a city and said, "This is ours." They said, "Yabas, oh God, this is, if God has given you inheritance, it's yours." They walked into the village, this is ours, and they took it. But they realized that, look, these people here, sooner or later they're going to find out that we are not as many as they, and we are not as strong as they. Sooner or later they'll find out that it's the sword and the shield that's keeping them subjugated. Once they realize that, they can kill us, they can finish us up. So now we must weave a bondage which can perpetually keep them there in subjugation. And there are 2 types of bondages. There is a physical bondage and there is an intellectual bondage. The physical bondage, because it is visible, is more easily broken once you realize that what is holding you down is the sword, the gun. Technology, right, we'll also get the gun. We'll also acquire technology. So sooner or later, like the British had to leave, the Dutch had to leave Indonesia, is the gun. But once the people realize, like in Mozambique on the east coast of Africa, Mozambique, the Portuguese ruled there for 500 years. 500 years they were there in power. I think the longest that any Christian nation ever ruled. other nations was with the Portuguese. 500 years they had. An unbroken inning. 500 years. Now lately, the Mozambican, he realized that this guy is not stronger than us. He's not more numerous than us. Then what's keeping us down? He says the gun. So we'll also get the gun. But he said, no, the government won't allow. The black man, no guns. You have no armaments whatsoever. So he said, right, China say we will help you. Russia say we will help you, secretly. They had their own agendas. They had their own motives. Not that they loved the black man. They had a motive. So right. So what the Portuguese had for 500 years, they lost it in 10 years. Because once you realize what's holding you down, you break the shackles because they are visible. But the intellectual bondage is more pervasive. Once you accept a concept, now you're going to fight for that. He says, Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. Most certainly, the noblest in Allah's sight is he who is the best in conduct. If your behavior is better than mine, you Malays, then you are a better people. If my people are better for humanity than you, then we are a better people. This is Allah's standards. But now we must have an outreach. We must reach out and share this with others. We accept what Allah says. We can see there's no ulterior motives involved. It's not talking about the Arab. You might want to know what makes the Arab superior. Oh, it's the Chinese. We want to know what makes him superior. Oh, yes, he has certain good qualities about him. But look at the other things. Here's that. We can always find fault with everybody.